Okay.
All right. Can you go ahead and state your first and last name for me?
My name is Jennifer Navasas.
And so the reason we're talking today is regarding the uh, suspect who was involved in the hit and run that killed Graciela.
Hmm.
Um, how did you feel when you heard that he was arrested again?
Um, Grateful. I was relieved that he was arrested again. Um, I My first reaction was, well, thank God. And my second reaction was, well, hopefully this time it sticks. Um, when I learned that he had been let go on bond for $1,000, I was shocked. I was disgusted. I was in disbelief. I was like, what? He killed my child and you let him go for $1,000. And so to me, that was like, so my child's life was worth $1,000? Is that all she was worth? And so when they caught him again, I was like, okay. Um, I just hope it sticks this time. I hope they keep him in there. Hmm.
And so it's been a little over, I don't know, maybe a month and a half. How are you
Hmm.
guys doing? Take a second.
Sorry,
No, no, you're fine. Take a second.
I really miss her. I really, really, really miss her. She was my baby. I have three daughters, and she was my baby. And she was the one most like me. And she was the one I would hang out with the most. My older daughters, had their own thing going on. So we would always, be together and do things together. And I really miss her.
Take a second. We do not have to rush through. I know a lot of it is still um very, very fresh, and I
And
completely
some
understand.
and some days it's harder than others. Today's a hard day. Um, and some days I'm able to get through the day without crying, but not today. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You do not have to apologize to me, trust me. I understand.
Yeah.
Oh, and how's the family doing?
Um, as a whole, I guess okay. Mhm. Mhm.
Tell me a little bit about her. What are some memories that you hold close to your heart on days like today?
Um, I guess she was really quirky and funny, and she had like her own language. Um, just the way she would say certain words, like I don't know, I can't even think of anything right now. Like, hold on a second. Let me think.
You're okay.
When you're put on the spot and you're like, oh my God, I can't think of anything. Um, like for many, she would say months, or like when she would text me and say, Mom, what doing? She would spell mom M-A-H-M. Um, just like little quirky things like that. And she would just like make funny faces. She was just funny. She was fun. And she liked everything I like. So she liked going to thrift stores, and she liked going to state sales and going to Starbucks. Yeah.
Mm. So I guess now the next step is hopefully he doesn't get out.
Hmm.
I believe there's been no bond Um, do you have a message for him, or do you?
I just don't think it's fair that he was able to walk free and do whatever he felt like doing while I'm over here buying flowers for my dead daughter who didn't deserve to die. And there he is living his life after killing her. And I don't understand how that happened because he had priors. He had priors in El Paso and priors in New Mexico. And how was that possible? How was that possible? I don't understand. And I just hope that whatever judge that is going to preside over his next hearing takes that into consideration and realizes that this man is a repeat offender and that having him out on the streets is a danger to pretty much everybody. Um, and considering the fact that he said, "Oh, I thought I hit a dog," and he kept going. When he hit my daughter, he kept going. Um, that to me shows me that he has absolutely no consideration for anybody else except for himself. Nobody. Even when you hit a dog, even when you hit a bird, me, myself, um, I'm heartbroken, right? If one time I was sitting in my, this is just an aside. One time I was sitting here in my living room and I can see the street and we have a lot of stray cats because, there's a stray cat problem everywhere. And a car just zoomed by and it hit a cat. And oh, I cried and I cried and I cried. And it wasn't even me that hit it. It was just me watching it. And for him to say, "Oh, I thought I hit a dog," and he didn't even bother to stop, see what happened, that's just not having a heart. I'm sorry, but and he doesn't need to be anywhere except in jail. And I hope that the judge takes that into consideration.
In the same way. I used to pick up dogs off the side of the street and take them to the animal shelter because I couldn't let that happen. So I completely understand.
Right.
Um, so I I can't imagine what you're going through right now, and I really do just I'm praying for your family,
Thank you very much. Thank
keep
you.
you in my thoughts, and
I appreciate it.
I'm sure other people are as well. There's a
Mhm.
community behind you. Um,
Yes, and I appreciate everybody's support and their love that they've given us.
yeah. How has the
Mhm.
community response been for you?
It's been it's been awesome. I mean, it's even a little overwhelming. Um, Even with this last development, I got so many people giving me their condolences and asking if I needed anything and expressing their outrage at this guy being let go. Um, it's it's kind of bittersweet because it's heartwarming, right? Because at least it, mm, I guess people in general, they tend to become a little jaded because of what's going on in the world as a whole. And they say, "Oh, well, nobody really cares." And people are just not good. But then when something like this happens and you actually see that there is good in people, then that's very heartwarming. But at the same time, it's like, why does something like this have to happen in order for people to come out and be supportive and loving like that? So it's a kind of like a double-edged sword for me, but I do appreciate everybody's support and um kindness.
Well,
Hmm.
we have an interview with the DA office, hopefully next
Okay.
week. So I'll be able to talk a little bit to him. I know I've spoken to him on other cases, and
Hmm.
he's been very adamant about, cases such as these. So I'm hoping that you all get the justice that you so rightfully deserve. Um, is there anything I haven't asked you that you really want to touch on, or maybe a message to the community as a whole?
Um, I guess as a whole, I think it's ridiculous that every week I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see PitFam's weekly report on how many people are driving drunk. And it's not like one or two, it's like 30 plus people that they have on a weekly basis that are driving drunk. And I understand that there's not that much emphasis put on the fact that it's extremely dangerous. I mean, there is, right? But it's not like pounded into everybody's mind, I guess. I think a lot of people take it lightly. I think people say, oh, well, one beer isn't going to hurt me, whatever, or two beers, or I can handle my liquor, whatever the case may be. I think a lot of people are under the it's not going to happen to me mindset until it happens to you. Um, but what I say is, you know, spend the extra $12 for an Uber. If you're drinking, make sure that out of that money that you're spending to drink, make sure you take some of that money to get someone to drive you home. Because an extra 20 bucks can save your life, it can save someone else's life because it can happen to you. And if you want to go out and party and have a good time, well, that's fine. I mean, you're within your right to do it, but be responsible. Hmm.
I think that's a message that everybody needs to hear.
Hmm.
I think a lot of people need it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. I'm going to go ahead and stop the
Okay.
recording so that you
Okay.
can